Denmark don't mess around, do they? There's been a right royal bloodbath at the famous Amalienborg Castle in the capital. I'm calling it the Cull of Copenhagen. The much-loved Queen of Denmark, who's now the longest-serving monarch in Europe following the sad death of Elizabeth II here, has stripped royal titles from 4 of her grandchildren in order to simplify the monarchy, bring down costs and allow them to lead more normal lives. Her youngest son, Prince Joachim, whose kids will lose out, is up in arms. Of course he is. He doesn't want the titles to go. Nothing is quite as tight as the grip of privilege. But the Queen of Denmark is doing the right thing. She wants key royals to be the focus of Denmark's monarchy and deliver value to loyal subjects. A bit of bang for your buck, some crown for your krona. This woman, like Elizabeth, has quite the Midas touch. At the time of her accession in 1972, only 45% of Danes were in favour of the monarchy, most believing it had no place in a modern democracy. During her reign, Queen Margrethe has modernised the institution, allowing her 2 sons to marry commoners, slashing the cost of the royal family's upkeep, and now by having a cull of the royal titles. Her modernising approach has worked. The Danish monarchy is one of the most popular in the world, enjoying the support of more than 80% of Danes. Well, as the British monarchy embarks on a glorious new era under King Charles III, I think it's time for a right royal shake-up here too. Obviously, keep the key royals, Charles and Camilla, the Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Kate, and the wonderful Princess Anne, who strikes me as the closest thing we've still got to our late, great Elizabeth. Stoical, sensible, good-humoured, hard-working and down-to-earth. God, I love Anne. Perhaps we could even find a job for Edward. Anything going at the Windsor branch of Lidl or Sports Direct? And as for Andrew, I'd suggest permanent accommodation in the Tower. He can do all the sweating he likes up there. And the less said about these two, the better. But I think all these grandchildren, the nieces, nephews and cousins that you've never heard of, they don't need the titles, the pomp and the privilege to which they've become accustomed. That should be the domain of our monarch and his immediate family. And I think it's perfectly sensible that William is not going to have an expensive investiture as Prince of Wales. He'll be brilliant in the new job, and I'm delighted he's got the title. He and Kate are models for what the future of the royal family will be. But it's a wise judgment call by Charles to tone things down as Brits struggle to pay their bills during a cost of living crisis. And we're hearing that Charles's coronation in around a year's time will be sensible and proportionate too. Get the horses out? Absolutely. The carriages, the silk, the gold, the ermine, I'm all for it. It will be a grand affair, but one which acknowledges the current economic circumstances and one which reflects a leaner, meaner monarchy. One which, like all public institutions, should count the pennies to save the pounds and deliver value to the taxpayer. A bit more Aldi, a bit less Harrods. A bit more Waitrose Essentials, a bit less Taste the Difference. A Tesco value monarchy is one we will all value for many years to come. Every little helps.